Welcome to the video Vort. Torah tells us that with every carbon, salt is offered with the carbon. Al kol karboncha takriv melach. And Rashi, citing the Medrash, tells us a fascinating backstory. At the early days of creation, the Hashem separated the waters of the universe to the upper waters and the lower waters. And the upper waters were in the heavens above, and the lower waters were in this world on the earth below. And the waters below complained to the Rabboni Shalom, and they cried out and said, "We too want to be close to the source, close to you, Hashem. It is unfair that we have been relegated to the waters below, to the oceans, the rivers, the seas of this earth, and the waters above have been given the prominence and the blessing of being close to the source, to the divine source itself." The Medrash continues that the Rabboni Shalom responds to the waters in this story and says, "You too will take part in being close to the divine source, in the Beis HaMikdash, in the Mishkan itself, on the Mizbeach. For once a year, there will be a water libation, the Nisuch Hamayim, on the Mizbeach. We'll pour the water on the Mizbeach, and every carbon which is brought will be brought with sea salt, the salt which comes from the sea itself." So every carbon, every day, and on Sukkot itself, the water will be represented in the holiest place, in the most divine moment of Jewish life and Jewish experience. The rabbis, however, wonder, why is it that the water is only poured on the Mizbeach once a year? If indeed the message of this Midrash is that the water has a place in the religious experience of the Jewish people, in the center of it all, why only once a year? The rest of the year is just the salt which comes from the sea, but it's not the water itself. Rabbi Yaakov Kamenetsky suggests that the answer lies in where the salt and how the salt comes to being. The salt is in the seawaters, and the seawaters are boiled, and the waters evaporate and go heavenwards, and what is left is, in essence, the dross. What is left is the salt. And that salt, that dross, that leftover stuff is placed on the Mizbeach in the form of the karbanos. The message, says Rabbi Yaakov, is that spirituality, religiosity, piety, divinity, morality is not only to be found in the obvious places, but even in the places which don't seem so obvious. The water, everybody is clear, should go on the Mizbeach. But the salt, which comes through this laborious process, the dross of the sea, once the water has been boiled off, that too has divine purpose. May HaKadosh Baruch Hu bless us to see the divine opportunities that are hidden right in front of our eyes.